Call of Duty Vanguard comes out in just a week's time, and with the changes made from beta to launch, this game might actually be worth buying. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy BlancOnline. I'm back. I'm not dead. I know. It's been a while since I've been here. To be honest with you, dude, there's just been nothing to make a video on. Like Vanguard, from beta to release, there's really been nothing. And now I'm back because there's stuff to talk about. But in all honesty, like, my life has been super busy and everything. If you didn't know, where I live has been in lockdown for a very long time. And then coming out of lockdown, we've been super busy with work and uni and everything, so I haven't really had time to sit down and talk Call of Duty, but I had to do something because the changes from beta to launch are actually somewhat promising. So we're going to be talking about all the things that have been changed from the beta to launch, all the most important things. I'm going to do another video talking about the launch day content and therefore after, because there's a bunch of things that are coming out for Call of Duty Vanguard that are not that we didn't know about. New perks, new maps, remakes of maps, new things coming out, all for the launch and pre-season before season 1 launches. So yeah, we'll talk about all the things. Let's get into it. One of the best things and one of the most annoying things, and I guess best things because I've changed it from the beta to launch, was the visibility. If you watched any of my videos in regards to Call of Duty Vanguard, you know how much I hated the visibility on Vanguard. One of my biggest complaints about the game was that everything looks too blurry of vision, whether that be the muzzle flash, whether that be the smoke effects that come out of the gun when you shoot it. Everything in Vanguard tried to hinder your visibility, and it seems like they've changed that. They've fixed the lens flare on the sun. They've reduced the suppression effects that come from people shooting at you. They've reduced the blur effects from things like the muzzle flash and things like the smoke effect that come out of your gun. So obviously we can't know until the game fully releases, but from what they've said that they've improved visibility. Things like the rain on certain maps. If you didn't realize, when things are raining and when the map is raining, your screen has little raindrops on it, reducing your visibility. That's been changed to where there is no rain. Hopefully that comes into effect with a map like Red Star as well, where it's very snowy. Hopefully the visibility on that map's a lot better going from beta to launch. To make that map playable, because that map was not playable. So visibility's been changed, and that's a good thing. Audio. Now this is a big one. Audio was so bad in Vanguard, it made me cancel my pre-order. Among a big list of other things, audio was so bad. Footsteps were awful. General game audio, you sounded like you were shooting a Nerf gun. It was just bad. So we knew audio needed to be fixed from beta to launch, and it seems like they've done that, and they've done a little bit more as well. So they've changed the way that footstep audio works. So now when you are ADSing, your footstep audio is silent. When you're crouching, footstep audio is silent, which is sort of a normal thing anyway. And when you are sort of throwing grenades and that sort of stuff, your movement is not as reduced as it would be. But the biggest thing to come out of the audio refinements is Ninja. They are adding a perk. I didn't think it would happen. I thought they're putting dead silence in there as a field upgrade. There's no way they're going to be adding some sort of ninja perk into the game, but they did it. And that's amazing. I have to hold my hands up, and I have to say with all respect that fair play. Like, honest to God, fair play. Like, you listened to the community, Sledgehammer, and you did something to make the game better, and Ninja will make the game better. What a perk like that does, which removes all footstep audio, what that does is it promotes rushing. It promotes moving around. By having dead silence as a field upgrade and not as a perk, what that does is it promotes camping. So what this does is it makes people want to move around the map more, because if you can't hear your footsteps, you're not constantly worried that people are going to be hearing your footsteps. What they also did was they increased the footstep audio overall in the environment, which is fair enough. You increase the footstep audio, but you add a perk that makes that and negates that. So you're gonna have to choose on what you want based off of your playstyle. Ninja being a perk is a very, very good thing. Fair play to Sledgehammer Games. Spawns. Spawns were so bad in the beta. They were awful. Now, throughout the whole beta, they were like, we're fixing Hotel Royale patrol spawns. But the problem was, it wasn't just Hotel Royale spawns. It was every map, every game mode. It seems like they're looking to fine-tune this. Now again, it's not something that we can say, good job you fixed it yet, because it's hasn't been out yet. But assumedly they've fixed the spawns. They're apparently looking more into the patrol spawns, because granted that game mode has more variability in terms of spawns, because the point is moving around the entire map. But I hope they do fix the spawns on all the maps, because again, it was all maps, all game modes where the spawns were awful. So hopefully going into the full release of the game, it's a lot better. So again, props to Sledgehammer Games for, I guess, listening and implementing that feedback to the full release of the game. So I think one of the biggest things again was movement, and I sort of touched on it with the grenades and that sort of stuff. So when you are holding grenades and incendiary grenades, your movement is not as slowed now. Things like suppression effects aren't as effective, which is again a good thing. One of my biggest complaints from the beta was, why does everything stop me from moving? And it seems like they've sort of fixed that now, where the suppression effects aren't as sort of critical on your player's overall movement again, which is a good thing. They have noted that the Dauntless perk is going to be there, which negates all suppression effects. But again, I think through the leaks, we found out that that perk then has a downside. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what that downside is, but I remember it being sort of like, why is that even a thing in the first place? But again, gonna be a thing that we have to wait and see. It's good that they've noticed that suppression was not a good feature. It's still there, it's just not as prevalent as it is, or as it was in the beta. So again, something that we're gonna have to wait and see how it is, but from what we've been told, it's being negated. It's not as effective as it once was, and again, a good thing, because why should you be punished for moving? The whole sort of beta was punishing people for moving, the suppression, the visibility, the ADS sprint out times, which has been increased. If you remember the M1 Grand and things like your LMGs and that sort of thing, the sprint out times for those weapons were awful. Even if you used attachments to increase the ADS sprint out times, they were still bad. So they've been increased again, which encourages movement, which encourages you moving around the map and not just sitting in a corner, which is a good thing. So again, props to Sledgehammer Games. One of the more interesting things I saw from the things that they've changed from beta to full release is the ammo types and making ammo types more balanced. One of my complaints again from the beta was the fact that ammo types literally had no con. Like, you could use any ammo type you wanted. A subsonic was probably the best ammo type to use because it had so many pros and literally no cons. Like, I think maybe 10 out of the 12 or whatever of the ammo types in Vanguard had no downside. So you should run an ammo type, you know what I mean? Like, there's no con to an ammo type, so what's the point of them being there in the first place? I hope this rebalancing that they're talking about is adding cons to the ammo types, which there should be, and I don't know why there wasn't any to begin with, but hopefully this rebalancing makes it so that more attachments are either more viable, but at least add more competition. There needs to be some sort of cause and effect to the attachments you use, and ammo types especially, so it seems like they've fixed that here, going from beta to full release, so that's fair enough there. But those are all the sort of major things that have been changed from beta to full release of the game. There's a bunch more that I didn't cover because I didn't want to go through every single dot point because we'd be here forever. I just sort of pointed out the things that I had complaints with from the beta and things that they then fixed. So again, I've said it throughout this whole video, fair enough to Sledgehammer Games, because you're actually making me want to purchase Vanguard. I have a day off from work on the day that Vanguard releases, so the stars are sort of aligning for me to buy the game and play it, and then sort of do something about with myself in this channel, because it's been dormant for a couple of weeks. But I may get it. All the things are pointing to a fairly decent Call of Duty game in terms of launch day content, in terms of Sledgehammer listening to the community and implementing feedback. So again, we'll see. You will probably see a video from me on the day that Vanguard releases, again, because I don't have work, so I don't have anything to do the day after. So I might do it. But yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, comment down below. What is the biggest change from beta to launch that you are most excited about? Personally, for me, it's Ninja. It's the fact that Ninja is coming into the game, the fact that they listened to us, the fact that they just did it, and they're gonna make the game a more pleasant experience for people who want to move around the map, which is me. So fair enough to Sledgehammer Games. Click subscribe because we are a week to Vanguard's launch. Again, I'm gonna go through all the day one content, so everything is coming out on November the 5th. There's a couple of remakes there, and we gotta talk about the Warzone stuff as well. So click that subscribe button to be caught up on all of those videos. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Me and Lil J, we Scotty MJ. Blasting the rock, we here in the fade. Pull up in a whip with 21 bays. Here come the bastards, 21 days. Gun you, boy, I know he's a waste. Baby, I know that you want a little taste. I know you want all the bass in your face. Brand new bag and brand new nails. Me and Lil J, we Scotty MJ. Blasting the rock, we here in the fade. Pull up in a whip with 21 bays. Here come the bastards, 21 days. Gun you